No, not ladies, just gentlemen of the jury, and all other people present in the court today. My name is Sergei Ziminov, and I'll be the prosecutor on behalf of the state today. This case against Daniel Erbs will set an important precedent. Police officers must be held accountable for their actions. They should be the best of society, held to a high standard as they protect their community. Daniel Erbs failed to follow these high standards, acting highly unprofessionally and often as nothing more than a criminal wearing a badge. Today, the state is seeking the maximum penalty for Daniel Erbs on all charges. These charges are 6 counts of murder of a civilian, 3 counts of intimidation, 2 counts of threatening to murder a civilian, 1 count of accessory to commit manslaughter, and 1 count of police corruption. We would ask that this court demonstrates the high standards police officers must be held to, and demonstrate what happens when an officer fails to live up to these standards and becomes more like a criminal. Gentlemen of the jury, Daniel Erbs has failed to protect his community, but instead harmed his community using his resources as a police officer to injure, maim, threaten, and murder. Daniel Erbs presents a threat to the community and should be sentenced to life in prison without parole. Daniel Erbs did not let the criminal justice system take place and acted as officer, judge, jury, and eventually as a murderer. I will prove to you via evidence and testimony that Daniel Erbs is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of all charges laid against him by the state. Thank you.
Thank you for your opening statement, defense. Can we go on to your opening statement, please?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Key Brieflewski, respected lawyer, but more importantly, respected internal asbestos removalist. Today I'm representing my client, Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis is being attacked by the prosecution in a unnecessary way. The accusations of murder against my client are not true. In fact, I will tell you the most respectful upbringing of my client, where he was a foster father for terminally ill children, and the amount of respect he commends as a human being, that he did not murder those people. And we will be fighting to rid all of these charges, including the exposing of genitals on Edward Cressy, White from East Recce.
What the
Objection, Your Honor. I
What
believe
the-
he's
what's
talking about
go-
different case.
Yeah, Kyle, do you want to double check that you got the right court papers?
Can I get a? Oh yeah!
Yeah.
Oh,
I got the
yes.
right- I got the right court papers. Got his
Oh,
mouth
yeah.
profile up here. That's him, right?
My name's Daniel.
No, Daniel Erbs.
Nope, Daniel Erbs.
Idiot. Fucking dumbass.
Why is this picture? Why is there a
Isn't
picture
looking
of
good
him
for
here
him.
that says Anthony Pettis?
Do you want to try that one again, Kyle? Try your
Oh,
opening
there's a
statement
guy
again?
here. He's in my MySpace friends list. He's got red
Yep.
hair.
Yep, that's different
I mean, he's
person.
got a different face, but he has.
People.
He's got a different face, but he has red hair, so pretty similar.
Right.
Are you sure you got the right papers there, Kyle?
Yeah,
Okay, well, I'll take that as your opening statement then.
thank you.
What's your top 10 on
Definitely
Spotify, man? That's Ed
object.
Sheeran. What the fuck?
Quiet. Let me handle this. I know what I'm doing.
You definitely be added during the opening statement. That's
Okay,
fucked up.
prosecution says the burden of being able to prove beyond reasonable doubt is on yourself. I'm going to be asking you to go on and call your first witness to the stage, please.
Okay, the first witness I'd like to call is First Constable Greg Ferguson. He'll be speaking on behalf of witnesses who cannot be present in court today via statements they provided to him during his investigation. Greg, you
Okay.
take seat up there next to Judge.
Yep.
Snitch.
You trying to tell me the witnesses aren't actually here?
Okay, Greg, before you go on start, can you please raise your hand for me? Repeat after me.
Alright.
I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Solemnly
So help
swear
me
to
God.
tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay, prosecution, you may commence.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. Ferguson. Now you are the officer who ran the investigation into Daniel Erbs, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and would you say that your investigation found him to be acting professionally?
Definitely not.
Okay. And now, would you be able to elaborate as to some of the unprofessional behaviors Mr. Erbs you uncovered during your investigation?
Yeah, he was basically gathering civilians, making them line against a wall to be shot. He
Oh,
was
days.
harassing people at their place of work, such as the pawn shop, intimidating them, telling them they'll be shot. He ordered another officer to shoot someone else and claimed he was the commissioner, and they believed him. He shot an innocent bystander outside of PD for no reason.
Objection! Witness is mad that his mum was smashed.
Yeah, Kyle, are you sure you're objecting to the right thing there?
I smashed her myself. That's why he's mad.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah,
Witness is
continue prosecution.
clearly biased.
Okay. Now I will get you to go into further detail about witnesses who are not able to be with us at this court hearing today. The first one
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you about is Officer Bobby Tarantino.
Yep, go ahead.
Mr. Tarantino provided a statement to you during your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, would you be able to read out that statement to the court, please?
Yeah, so Bobby said he was taken to prison by
Everybody wondering what
Sophie,
this is, it's Herbs Court,
and
Skyrim,
then
killing people.
Matt Scene came to collect him from the prison. Shortly after, Daniel turned up at the prison, said that she had to be punished for taking him to prison, and then he
Daniel
ordered
Herbs is his name.
Bobby to shoot her, and claimed he was the commissioner and told him it was an order. So he did that.
Sounds
And
like
that's
Bobby
his
should be here,
statement.
man.
Bobby's a down cunt.
Okay, and I'd like to state for the court that Mr. Tarantino is not here at the moment because his mental capacity is he's going under extreme counseling for a traumatic situation he encountered. That is why Mr. Ferguson is talking on his behalf. Now, Mr. Ferguson, what rank did Daniel Erbs hold within the PD?
As far as I know, he was a probationary constable.
Okay, and as a
I think the
probationary
fucking real
constable,
couples.
what powers and role does he play within the PD?
As a probationary constable, he's new to the PD. He's still in a learning position. He's not in any way, shape, or form in a position to be telling other officers what to do.
Okay, and you said that Mr. Erbs claimed that he was commissioner, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Objection! My client claimed he was a probationary commissioner, not a commissioner.
That's false.
That is false.
Kyle, you might want to
Jesus.
just confirm with the client before going on just
He's
shouting out
acting
objection.
commissioner probationary constable.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna move on from that one, Kyle. Prosecution, please continue.
Mr.
Thank you.
Ferguson, Mr. Erbs allegedly, I mean he did, but it is claimed that he ordered Bobby Tarantino to shoot a civilian. What crime would he be committing by doing this?
Attempted murder or murder, depending on the outcome.
Well, yes. Mr. Ferguson, I will now move on from this, and we will move on to an incident at Legion Square.
Yep.
Are you able to elaborate on this incident?
The Legion Square with Katie.
I believe with Sophie? I believe.
No, it was with Katie.
Oh,
Katie's actually
goodness.
present as well, and she's just
Okay.
on the
Well,
second
forget
line
it. No
now.
worries.
Terrible stink about me.
Just want to see you before you die, Holmes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
no one thumb.
Mr. Ferguson, would you say that Mr. Herbs acted within his powers given to him by the police?
Definitely not. He abused the power he had and made false claims of his position.
He touched me in my no-no place.
Mr. Herbs, can I please ask you not to go on?
You
Pull out
touched me in
anything?
my no-no
God
place.
damn.
Let me handle these.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Ferguson, there's another report in the investigative documents that you handed to the police about an incident involving Billy Robinson. Be
Yeah.
able to tell the court what happened.
So Billy didn't provide very much information. So all he said was he got shot for no reason. He wasn't seriously hurt, but he did get shot by Daniel Herbs for no reason outside of police department.
Okay. Now there's another report here by one Andy Lightyear. Are you able to elaborate
Yeah.
on this?
So Andy, his name was
Meow.
mentioned to me in Sophie's statement, and he has no memory of the event as he woke up at Pillbox with severe bruising. He was beaten up in prison apparently.
How would you know that?
Okay.
Lies.
Yes, this is all, Mr. Judge.
That is all?
Yes.
Okay. Defense, do you have any questions?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Can't even see him.
Can you state your name for the defense?
Yep, my name is I'm First Constable Greg Ferguson.
First Constable Greg Ferguson, he?
Yep.
First Constable Greg Ferguson. Are you aware my client Anthony Pettis banged your mother?
Objection.
What the hell?
What's the objection?
It is irrelevant and harassing.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but how is this not relevant? We might be having an discredited witness that is just biased against my client.
Yeah,
That's-
Kyle, that's
that's a good
overruled.
point.
Yeah, I believe you've still got the wrong
Plausible.
court documents.
Very good point.
It's not even his name.
Sorry, are you saying that the objection is overruled?
Him going along and having this
Okay,
whole
so
discussion is
objection
just
is sustained.
yep.
Great.
Yes, that one.
So I can't ask questions about my client who just told me that he slept with his
Can
mother.
you just double check what's your client's name, Kyle?
Anthony Pettis.
You're definitely in the wrong court case.
I just spoke to him. He just said he banged his mother. So how could
His name is not Anthony. That is
It's not even
currently
his name.
standing right next to you.
Sorry, are you saying that the objection is
I'm
overruled?
confused, dog.
Him
What's
going
your
along
name again?
and, having this whole
Daniel
discussion.
Herbs, commissioner.
Oh, you should have told me that before we started.
That one.
I
So
did
I
numerous
can't
times.
ask questions about my client who Alright. just told me that My he slept with
his
client, Danny
mother.
Eases, claimed that he had sexual relations with your mother, Mr. Ferguson. Were you aware of the...
In the wrong
Objection.
I wasn't aware, and I don't believe it.
So how
Yeah, what's
I
the
don't
objection?
believe you.
It's not Anthony.
Irrelevant
If he didn't say it,
and
was it true?
harassing.
I
I'm confused
smashed
now.
it.
Yep, sustained.
What's your name again? Alright. Time to move on to the next question. Alright, Mr. Ferguson. Were you aware that when Daniel Herbs was a young man, not too young, over 80, that he used to foster terminally ill children?
Objection.
wasn't.
Leading the witness.
Yep, sustained.
I had a whole house full of them.
Alright, Mr. Ferguson. Let's get on to our next question. Were you there to witness any of these shootings or quote-unquote executions?
Yes, I witnessed the statement, which is going to be provided by another witness.
Okay. So you weren't the.
Yes, I was. I saw him shoot Katie at Legion, and she'll be giving her
Okay.
statement next.
And then she passed away.
She was taken for medical. She was in a critical condition. She did die, but they brought her back.
That doesn't make sense.
You brought it back clear.
It does.
But her heart stopped, and then they brought her beat.
Yes.
So she didn't die.
Ooh, that's a good point, man.
If your heart stops, you die, mate.
Mr.
But you can still be
Ferguson,
brought back.
in any single one of these repeats, has one person died.
In my reports, no.
What about anyone else's repeats?
I can't see anyone else's.
You can't say on no one else's?
Hmm.
Oh, you don't know. So, let me get this straight. You, the prosecution is charging my client with 6 counts of murder. Yet no one's dead.
Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting.
Objection.
That's a
it's
big
not
twist
a
there.
question.
Yeah, do you want to rephrase that, Kyle?
I was asking the question.
You're making a statement.
Nope. I was asking a question. So
Yeah,
you guys
the
are
vote, my
the
lord.
prosecution has charged 6
Oh,
counts
live on
of
YouTube,
murder, yet no one has deed. Has anyone deed in this case, Addy?
To my knowledge, the only people who died were saved at hospital.
So
People are
so
honest.
Mix is having
if I go
issues.
out on the street, Reed, I'll be able to find each one of them people that my client cheat. I'll be
shit?
able to,
Yes.
I'll be able to talk to him directly.
Yes.
Did you just see shit?
I rest my case.
Good job, sir. Good job.
You shot them,
Interesting.
but they didn't kill them.
Damn, I think
Take a
You
seat,
can
mate.
suck my dick.
I think you got him on that one, man.
Yeah, Greg, feel free to take,
Yeah,
take a
pretty-
seat.
Pretty strong defense.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Interesting.
Okay, can the prosecution call a second witness to the stand?
The prosecution would be calling Katie Halley to the stand.
That dumb mechanic. No one's gonna believe her anyway.
John.
She got dressed up for the occasion.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
I got called in at the
Your
last
Honor,
minute.
I would request that you ask the
Couldn't even
courtroom
dress
to
nicely,
not,
man. What the fuck?
to not be mean to the witness
Yeah.
and insult.
Yeah, if we can avoid from making comments about how people dress, that would be very much appreciated.
Fucking winning this case.
Okay, ma'am,
Shut the
can you
fuck
please
up,
raise one hand?
Anthony.
Repeat after me. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, the whole truth, the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
Oh, sorry, what is it again?
That you swear to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, I swear God.
Thank you. Yep. Prosecution, feel free to
Close enough.
start with your examination.
Oh, Katie. Are you able to identify Daniel Herbs? Is he in the courtroom today?
Yeah, that man over there.
Can you please point at him?
Yeah, he's just stuck down.
Let the record state she is pointing at the defendant, Daniel Herbs.
Oh, she's not. She pointed at me.
I'm not pointing at the man with the orange hair.
The point she pointed at Herb's cage, the one that
Oh,
got
red.
shot by you. And he ducked behind the table.
Okay.
Man.
Katie, would you say that overall your interactions with Mr. Herbs have been positive or negative?
At first it was okay. He kept asking for my phone number. He kept asking for my phone number. He kept saying he needed women's numbers in his phone to call them.
What?
And then after that, he kind of went dead sour and started being mean.
Yeah.
When
Harassment.
would you say that this switch from being nice to becoming dead sour happened?
Straight away, about half an hour after I met him.
Okay. Katie, you provided a statement to Officer Ferguson about an incident that happened in Legion car park. Would you care to elaborate about this?
Yep, I was in Legion car park with a few friends. We're all stood there talking, having a laugh. He pulled up in a cop car and said that we was disturbing the peace and that, and we had to move. A few of us said no, and he said if he's a new commissioner and that, there was a new law out, we had to line up by the wall, and it was death by execution. So 2 of us lined up by the wall, and he kept saying, "Don't look at him." So we all looked at him, and next minute he just started shooting. And next minute I know I was waking up at pillbox.
You really believed him?
Do it on the question.
Okay.
Got this.
Now, Katie, you said he mentioned that there was a new law. Did he happen to explain what this new law was?
He just kept telling everyone.
Leading the witness.
He kept telling everyone there was
Overruled.
he was a new commissioner in town. The other commissioner has been suspended for 72 hours. He was taking his place, and that there was a new law out, death by execution. So he made three of us stand up against the wall, and
Thanks behind you.
My bad.
he started shooting at us.
Okay, and what kind of weapon was he using, Katie?
A pistol.
Okay. Could you estimate how many gunshots were fired?
Probably a full round.
A full magazine?
Yeah.
So roughly 12 shots?
Oh my god.
Objection. She's a
Yeah.
drunk hooker.
Unless you're
Objection.
representing yourself,
Oh, damn.
quiet in the courtroom,
He
please.
woke up a pillbox. I still remember that.
Mr. Herbs, I'm gonna have to ask you to go and sustain from going on yelling out in the courtroom, yeah? Unless you want to go on represent yourself.
I'm trying to fucking help you, Effie.
Right.
And I'd also recommend not going along and insulting the witnesses as you were prosecution.
So you think he fired roughly 12 shots, and how many people did he line up against the wall?
3 of us. The
Were you able
others,
to identify the other 2 people?
yeah, there was CJ. He's
What?
sat there in the room, and there was a Charles. He's one of the bikers.
The statement you provided to Greg Ferguson names Charles Dutch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anthony.
That's him.
Okay. Now, Katie, to your knowledge, had you committed any crime in Legion car park?
No, we was just all stood there talking and having a laugh. And he come out of nowhere. And next minute we know, it's telling us if we didn't line up, he was gonna make us line up.
Okay, and Katie, how did Daniel seem mentally to you?
He seemed fine at first, and then all of a sudden he just had a dark side.
And when you say he had a dark side, what do you mean by this?
He just all of a sudden turned and said he's the new commissioner. There was a new law, death by execution, and he just kept telling everyone and saying he was the new sheriff in town. If we didn't abide by his laws, and we're all law be executed.
Be pointing, man.
Okay. And did you experience this from Mr. Herbs at any other time, apart from Legion car park?
Yeah.
God, I stink right now.
I was talking to an officer, but was in his car, and some woman said she was struggling on a bike, so I got out of the car and kicked to help her off the bike. He turned up and told me to get in his car, so I did. And he took me around the corner and shot me in both of my legs. And then got in his car and drove off.
So you are saying that he left you shot at the scene?
Yeah. The other officer helped me to pillbox.
Okay.
Left for dead.
How do you feel when you are around Mr. Herbs?
Not safe. We all tend to run when we see him coming.
And since he has been in Bolingbroke prison, how have you felt?
A lot safer.
Okay. I rest my case.
Hey, look, I've been here for about 20 minutes. I'll fucking dart
Okay.
by now.
Defense, do you have any questions?
Absolutely. Excuse me, witness, can you please state your name for the fee?
Katie Halley.
Alright,
Objection. Making fun of the witness's accent.
The hell?
I don't believe that that's his intent.
It's not my intent. Fuck you, Sergey.
Yeah, fuck you, Sergey.
Pay me back my 100k.
Yep.
Objection.
Kyle, that's not an
Kyle.
insult. The opposition lawyer.
Yes,
You
Kyle.
mentioned that one of the people on the Wii goes by the name of CG. Can you please point him out to me?
He's sat there in the purple shirt.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me one of the victims of Anthony Pettis' crimes is sitting on the G.
Hey man,
Your Honor,
I smoked a
call for
lot of
mystery.
drugs. Hey, I smoked a lot of
Call for
drugs and weed. I
mystery
can't remember, man.
This jury is corrupt.
Sergey, is this true? Is he one of the people?
It was not mentioned in the reports provided to me. This was new knowledge to me. I would be prepared for him to be removed from the jury.
Yeah. Well, can we please go on and get him removed from the jury and organize for someone to replace him? That's been in the courtroom.
Am I the only guy trying to get this man out of G? Out of Trumpy?
Yes.
What is going on here?
Okay, Curtis. You're no longer required as a member of the jury.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
want my $1,000 then, man.
That's fine, sir. You'll go on and receive that.
Fuck out of here,
Alright.
CG.
What the fuck?
You might need to jump over.
Well,
Yep, there you go.
way to ruin the case.
Hey, what?
I
Asshat.
gave
For the money, man.
For the
Fuck you.
jury, if anybody's interested, you'll save $1,000 at the end of the
Yeah,
case.
fuck yeah.
Fucking damn right I want my money.
Yeah, mate. Just step up into the booth over there if you can. And go, Kyle. I was not made aware that he was involved in this case. As such, he's
thing is,
now
I
being
don't remember
removed
a
from
lot
the
of that.
jury.
Hmm.
I just smoked a lot of weed. I can't remember what happened, man.
I continue my question, Your Honor.
Yes, you can.
So, Kate,
Yes, Kyle.
are you aware that my client Anthony had sexual
Wrong name
relations with
again.
your mother?
Objection.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Irrelevant.
Yes, what's
Badgering.
yeah? What's the relevance here, Kyle? And you also got
Well,
the
my
wrong name
client
again.
told me that he had sex with the witness's mother, which means the witness could be correct.
Are you talking about Anthony again?
No, I'm talking about Danny.
Okay, because you just mentioned Anthony.
Right.
Yeah, what? I'm not too sure where you're going with this. Do you want to try?
I just want
rephrase
to know, are you aware that Danny was having sexual relations with your mother?
No.
Okay.
Liar.
You lie.
Nope.
Objection. Badgering the witness.
Fuck you, Dave.
Yeah, do you want to try change to a new form?
Your
of
Honor,
question?
Pit you against
Your
the
Honor,
wall,
no one was made to put their hand on the Holy Bible and tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me geese. So how do I know if they're telling the truth or lie?
Literally
We don't
everybody
have
has done that.
a holy Bible, but we have gone and made them all swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Right. Alright, Katie. One last question. If you were killed, how come you're here today?
I wasn't killed.
Hmm.
I was shot at the pillbox.
Charges of murder.
Wow. Hmm.
Now,
I was unconscious.
Katie, the other two people you were with, were they key?
I don't know about them. I was the only one
Don't
that
know
pill-
about the.
when I woke up at pillbox
Again,
after being treated by the doctors,
it's only fitting.
so I don't know.
Hmm.
I can see one of them right across the stand.
Your Honor, I would love to bring CJ to the stand to ask him if he was killed.
Well, I'm
But
fucking
seeing
here,
he's
so
here
I guess
today,
not, man.
seeing he's here today, I don't think we need to do the.
Fuck you, CJ.
Fuck you, dog.
I think that
Your Honor,
you would be
Yeah,
correct.
wow.
Your Honor,
I think
you
you,
at the wall,
yep,
man.
yep. I think you'd be.
I
correct
rest
in that
my
assumption.
keys. Let me know when you want to make a deal, home B.
Prosecution, do you have
Damn.
any further words for this witness before we go on to go to the next witness?
Katie,
Now,
now
trying to get in trouble.
Mr. Kyle is saying things about your mother. Can you confirm, did your mother live in Australia?
No, she's still back in the UK, where I'm from.
Okay, so it would be highly improbable that Daniel would be traveling to the UK and back just to have
Objection!
sex with your mother?
No
What's the
relevance to
objection?
the case.
It's only a 24-hour flight, dog.
I believe that there is relevance to this, as you've seemingly made this
Fuck you,
part of
Jed.
the investigation. Yeah, I'm
So
going to
you
have to
think,
ask you to stop
in your
insulting.
opinion, Katie, would it be improbable for Mr. Herbs to take two 24-hour flights just to have sex with your mother?
I do it.
Depends if she's good looking, man.
No.
Shut up, CJ. Idiot.
He's want to make any assumption right now.
So you think it would not be improbable, or it would be?
No, it wouldn't be.
They spoke about it.
Okay, I rest my case.
How is this?
Okay.
The hell?
Would you
How
like
does
to
this
take
even
the seat?
matter?
Thank you.
Why does this
David,
even
I'm
matter?
just trying to
Thank you
disprove.
for your.
Kyle's.
You trying to hit on his
statement.
mom?
Right?
No.
No.
Defense, do you
Who
have any
hasn't?
further witnesses to
I
call
know,
to the
right?
stand?
Seems like a
Yo,
bit of a
You
I'd
mean
like to call
prosecution?
CJ to the
Yeah.
stand, please.
Oh, what the
No,
fuck?
I'm gonna
He-
go.
He
gonna
means
see if,
prosecution, by the way. Kyle.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll-
I would call
yep.
Chloe Stone to the stand.
Yeah, we'll go with prosecution, Kyle. I'm mixing up my words, you know.
Obviously, they've got the same me.
Yeah, yeah.
No one can take anything boy says. Yeah, serious.
Shit, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Watch your hair,
He's
girl.
intoxicated.
Knock the tooth out.
Everybody who has a warrant out for them is gonna get arrested after this.
Fuck you, pig.
You're first.
Okay, ma'am. Can you raise one hand for me?
Oh, that's alright. Don't mind that. It's good. I retract my statement.
And repeat
hands
after me. I solemnly
no,
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth. but
Speak
nothing
up,
but the
darling.
So help me God.
Speak up,
So help
darling.
me God.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, prosecution, you may proceed with your line of questioning.
Okay, Chloe. Can you recognize Daniel Herbs currently in the courtroom?
Yes, but I can.
Can you please point to him?
He's over there bending down.
Okay, let the record state that
know we need
Chloe
to
is
judge
pointing
Judy,
to
right?
the defendant,
That would be
Daniel
way cooler.
Herbs. Now, Chloe, have you ever had any
Yes.
negative experiences with Daniel Herbs?
Yes, I have.
Okay, would you care to elaborate on these experiences?
He keeps coming to the pawn shop, asking for my number, and then because I won't give him my number, he keeps saying that he's gonna put me up against the wall.
When he says put you up against the wall, what do you think he means?
So I think that's a good thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of killing me and something else, shooting.
You assuming
Okay,
that?
so you think when he says put you up against the wall, he is meaning that he will execute you?
Yes.
Okay.
Goddamn right.
Now you said he's showed up at the pawn shop before harassing you and threatening to shoot you. What kind of things is he saying when he's at the pawn shop threatening you?
He needs my number because if I ever get in trouble, and sometimes he'll let me off.
So he is asking for your number so that he can let you free if you're ever in trouble?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think this is how a police officer should behave?
How you get numbers if you
No.
have no game?
Right.
Definitely.
Look.
Okay. Has Mr. Daniel Herbs ever shot you,
Let
Miss
them think
Chloe?
that he.
Yes, he pointed a shotgun at me once in the pawn shop.
He pointed a shotgun at you in the pawn shop? Okay.
Yes. And there's another thing. We were outside PD,
Shut the fuck up.
and he hit me with a baton, and Jason was there. Jason saw it, and Jason punched him, and then he sort of knocked Jason out, and Jason had to go to hospital.
Okay, so he injured you with a baton.
Yes, he has.
Okay. How do you feel when you are around Mr. Daniel Herbs?
Not safe one bit. And a bit scared of him.
You're scared of him? Would you say that you are scared of him because of your previous encounters with him?
Yes, I try to stay away from him as much as I can.
Do you think that Daniel Herbs acts in a professional way and follows police guidelines?
No, not one bit.
Okay. How have you felt since Daniel has been in Bolingbroke prison awaiting trial?
Actually, the streets has been a lot calmer, and there's been not a lot of murders.
Okay.
Murder.
Put them all away.
The prosecution rested the case.
That's been a murder.
Defense, would you like to go on to have some questions?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Alright, I'm talking to a ghost here, but anyway. Okay, Defeat, can you start your full name for the defense team?
Chloe Stone?
Chloe Stee. Okay. Oh, Clee, I've got a couple of lead-up questions, okay?
Okay,
To
go
the,
on.
to the
ask.
next one I'm gonna ask. You say you run a pawn shop. Now, can you explain to everyone what a pawn shop is?
It's where we sell mining gear and diamonds when the jewelry store was in there, but the jewelry store's not in anymore, so we just do the mining stuff.
So this shop has nothing to do with sex.
No, it's not. That sort of
So
shop.
you will not find any porn videos in your shop.
I've definitely seen them making them porn videos.
No.
And can you explain to the jury why there is a teddy bear with a hole in it that has cum stains all over it at your store?
When we
Objection.
bought the new
Dude,
shop,
motherfucker, what
that
the
was in
fuck?
there. It was
Oh
all
my
it.
god.
Can you just repeat that one? Sorry,
Ew.
Sergey.
Objection, irrelevance, and he's talking to the jury.
The relevance. I can exactly, Your Honor, I can tell the relevance to my question. She said that he put her up against a Wii. How do we know that she's taking this in the wrong nature? She works in a pawn shop. She has a teddy bear in there with a hole in it that someone's had sex with, and there's stains all over it. How do we know? How do we know that my
That's a rat
client,
there, man.
Anthony Pettis, didn't put her up against the wall to try and persuade her into something sexy?
Why is there rats on the floor?
Well, that
What the
wouldn't have
fuck is going
happened because
on,
my
man?
husband was right there. So,
Your husband.
nobody-
Can you
think it
state your
called out
what
a
is your
cow's leg.
husband's name?
Jason
The one right by
Stone?
my leg, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, they're
Is
coming
this
out
the
right
same
there.
Jason Stone that Anthony wrote in his repeat that he had sex with?
No.
Yeah,
No,
why
it's
is
a
it-
different JC Stone.
I don't like rats.
Yes. Well, I don't know
Okay.
if there's two Jasons and there's two Jasons, but I know my Jason
Don't bite
wouldn't.
me, I'm gonna sue.
Right. This woman's got bigger lies than my butt.
Objection, badgering the witness.
We need an exterminator.
Yeah, it's abstained.
Can you shoot it, officer?
Blowy, were you ever shot by my client?
No, but I was
Objection,
punched
that's
by
not her
him.
real name.
You were punched by him, so you weren't shot by
And I
him.
had no, but he did hold a shotgun to my face. It weren't for Officer Greg coming in, he would have done it.
May I ask, what crime did you commit for you to have a shotgun held in your face?
Nothing. I was just talking to him. He come to the pawn shop saying that there was something wrong.
That's
Something
right by
wrong
your
with
foot.
we.
I don't know that there
Shot two right by
something
your
was
leg, bro.
wrong and that he needed to
It's
sort
just home
it.
from home.
Your Honor, I cannot hear what is happening. because
Blowy!
Everybody's fucking yelling.
And Blowy's not my name, it's Chloe.
Yeah.
Oh, dinner
Uh,
time.
Are you aware of anyone that has been murdered by that man Anthony Pettis over the?
That's
Yes,
not
but-
Anthony.
Objection, leading the witness.
Yep, sustained. Do you want to try use their real name as well, there,
Sit the
Kyle?
fuck down, girl.
I think I can rest my case. I'm pretty confident about my case from here on out. Let me know if you want to make a D.
Your Honor, if I can just clarify that one of the murder charges is not against Chloe Stone. The charges that relate to Chloe Stone are the intimidation and the threatening to kill.
Yeah. Okay, I'll note that down.
Murder with charges against her, 'cause
That's
no one's been murdered.
Chloe and Jason. That's why it's 2 times.
What the fuck is a rat city?
Your
Um,
Honor, I'll ask for a recess while we
Oh my God.
clear the room of rats. It's a little bit.
Yeah, let's have a
creeping me out.
recess. Can we go on and get rid of these rats in here,
This
please?
could be a case adjourned for a bit, dog.
That's gonna be about a 5-minute recess.
Is there somewhere for us jewelry to go?
Chili and cheese dogs!
Jeez, I'm gonna go for a smoke, man. Hell yeah.
Ow, what the feet? I'm pretty sure we're gonna...
All right, David, your turn.
We're gonna get you off this team.
5-minute break, let's go.
David.
Unless they want to come to a deal, all your charges are gonna
Put
be
your
thrown
fucking
in,
hands
because
up,
as far
rat.
as I'm aware, no one has been murdered.
You're lucky I don't wipe my ass with you. What? I way! What the fuck? All right, fucker. I'm changing mag. Chingate ya. Oh shit!
Why the fuck are these guys shooting people?
God damn.
Who did that?
Big Jim.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, finally! They're everywhere. Protect me.
David, there's people with guns around the sides.
That's them, they're shooting everyone.
Shoot them. What?
Please
Fuck.
do not go back in.
Hey, Felix.
What's up, guys?
No, it's nothing to do with you. Don't worry, I'll have it.
Transporting 1,000 to buildings.
I just got shot at like 100 times by some random people. You should definitely stay outside.
That was fun.
Jesus, that was crazy.
I blame Wrath.
Oh shit, I need a nap.
You hear that?
That was just shooting started going on in fucking the courthouse.
Well, I guess it's not a day in court without some casualties.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be researching?
Yeah, when they re-enter.
Oh, shit's sake.
Oh yeah.
Trying to figure out who done it.
You look really spiffy today.
Nope. No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, that-
Someone in the city doing it.
I gotta get body armor, man.
Attempted murder and opposite times.
Hey, Felix. I'll just get that thing back to it.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I'm winning this, Keith.
Nice. Yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. You're fucking up every now and then, but you're doing good.
Oh,
What?
Hey, where are you going?
Jason said he was coming.
No.
My buddy.
Well, that's the thing.
I have no idea.
Oh, damn it.
What's wrong? What's up?
No, I don't think he's
God
coming in.
damn it, eh? What a surprise.
I'll tell you in a minute. You have to come in.
thank you for rubbing my back. It feels very neat.
Yeah. What can you do?
Tell me when to stop.
It was expected. God damn it.
Don't ever be.
Hey, I thought you were selling me something.
What? Yeah. You'd have to come.
Over here.
Yeah, I'm coming anyway.
No, I'll tell you later.
Oi, what's wrong with Planet?
It's very scary.
I hate melons. They're fucking filthy.
What do you mean they're filthy?
Yeah, everyone. It seems like those rats got angry
You
and
got a
turned
mullet,
into
you're
angry
fucking
Mexicans with
degenerate,
ARs. So
What the fuck? What are you
It's good, bro. So lucky I didn't get hit. I'm like almost dead over here.
Yeah, yeah. It's bloody crazy, man.